Hey, what's up, YouTube? Driverladypro here, and I am coming at you with another video. This video is called An Open Letter to Uber. We need to do right by our drivers. So, this particular letter was authenticated by Medium's editor staff. So, they know that this is an actual employee of Uber, and they are writing a letter about this particular strike that they had a few days ago. And this is what it says. I'm an Uber employee and I support the driver strike. The strike called on Monday by Rideshare Drivers United in Southern California and Gig Workers Rising in San Francisco are a sign of deep frustration many rideshare drivers feel, and which, amid ongoing conversations with colleagues, it is clear many internal Uber employees share. But the treatment of those workers that provide the services at the core of about the treatment of those workers that provide the service at the core of our business. Basically, what he talks about is like, listen, guys, we are the backbone of this business. We're the backbone of this business. And we do have a hard time getting everybody has families that they have to take care of. And finally, we've been doing things here in Chicago, and we're about to do more things. But it's important that people realize that there are a lot of people out there that are a lot of drivers. Maybe they're soccer moms, and they don't have time to be doing protests and standing up. It's like a large percentage of the group is unable to join the forces, but we do have I'm just saying, we do have a lot of people here. We have signed up through our emails and stuff like that. We have signed up pretty close to 2,000 people here in Chicago. So we do have good numbers, just like LA. And when we have our demonstrations, each time the main purpose of it is about raising awareness with both the passengers and the drivers. I know a lot of people said, that driver strike, it wasn't very effective. There were still people picking up down the street. In one case, Lyft was signing up drivers down the street, which was super uncouth. And I'm sure they had already planned to do it, but the whole thing, and Lyft has kind of stayed under the umbrella of, this is all about Uber. But it's very important that we make sure that when we are striking, when we are protesting, we are not just making this about Uber. This is about both Lyft and Uber, because everybody knows what Lyft does, Uber does. Or what Uber does, Lyft does. So, I just need to point that out as we're going along here. So, let me read a little bit more. As an employee of the world's leading ride-sharing company, I see firsthand not only the often meager earnings of our drivers, but also the exploitive labor practices imposed on a systematically disempowered workforce. I therefore stand with the striking drivers in calling for the implementation of RDU, Rideshare Drivers United, driver Bill of Rights. Okay? And that sounds good to me. While rideshare executives continue to receive vast remunerations remuneration packages, and internal employees look forward to an IPO windfall at both Uber and Lyft. My sympathetic colleagues and I will not remain silent as drivers are squeezed in order to shore up initial offerings to investors. Our drivers are the backbone of the platform. Without them, as these courageous strikes have demonstrated, our businesses would come to a standstill. For this reason, we will not stand by as those that work at the heart of our business are attacked and exploited. We demand that all of our drivers are fairly remunerated and that they gain greater transparency about how their earnings are calculated, that they're guaranteed greater protections, and that their collective voice is heard in the boardroom. So this is what he really touched on. He did say we need transparency. A lot of us have said we need transparency. They give a different the Uber the passengers get a different receipt than the Uber drivers. Excuse me, got to take a sip of my coffee. And he talks about it's really super important to us drivers. He talks about safety. We are being put at harm's way all the time, and Uber is not really doing anything about it. They got a 911 in the app, which we're thankful for, but that still, there's so many other things they could do to ensure that we are safe, such as everybody has to give a photo ID that is ordering an Uber. I mean, we need to be able. I picked up a single letter J the other day. I'm like, I don't know this lady's name. It's just J. And I understand people want to be anonymous because they don't want to give out their name, but really, you got all of our information. So this is a live stream video. I do have one person in the room so far. So, but they haven't spoke up. Anyway, hi, whoever isn't spoke up. So let's, I don't know if I read this before. Yeah, as tech workers, we share more in common with drivers that support the platform than the company executives that spend millions ensuring the rideshare companies and others in the so-called gig economy can continue to bend the law and exploit workers. We therefore reject the two-tier division of labor that denies drivers the basic workers' rights afforded to internal employees and call for the full implementation of Dynamic's decision in California. Okay, guys, the only problem that I see with the Dynamic's decision is that they make us employees, and a lot of people do not want to be considered employees. But at the same time, we do need to be we are misclassified, okay? We are misclassified, and because we are misclassified, these companies are skirting the gray areas and getting over on us. We call on all tech workers to support the action of rideshare drivers in their mission to fair pay, dignity, and respect. And we demand the immediate reversal of the pay cut imposed on drivers in Los Angeles and Orange County. Okay, what about here in Chicago? Because we got a pay cut too. It's not just in LA, it's all over the world. We've been getting this all over the world, all over the United States, There's a reason why they're throwing tea off the London Bridge in efforts to let Uber and Lyft know that this is BS. I'm saddened that Lyft has been able, as of yesterday, to go to get their IPO, and it's kind of Lyft is everybody at Lyft gets big packages and wonderful stuff, and then a couple of the drivers get a little bit, but that that for me, that's not right. We're the backbone of the company, and I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think about this letter? Do you think it's a step in the right direction? I personally feel this is. I mean, all right. We had some really great things happen recently. Although I'm not a Bernie Sanders fan, we had Bernie Sanders stand up and say, tweet for the LA protesters or strikers or whatever. And then now we have these employees coming forward saying, we stand behind our drivers. Really, we need more than this. We need more, and more is yet to come. It's coming, and I promise you, things are, I really feel like we are at the brink, and things are going to start changing, and before we didn't have any of this. We didn't have any guarantees that anything was going to happen. So, guys, what do you think about it? I know a lot of you don't know that I've had a lot of my fellow YouTube friends say to me, what can I do? I am all alone over here in Florida, or I'm all alone over there. Well, I put our petition down below. Please sign our petition. We're working on getting 10,000. We have 8,000 right now. The other, and it's about unfair deactivations, about flooding the market. It's about, all that stuff that Uber has been doing. But we need to, we're going to try to bring that we're going to have a new mayor here in May, and we're going to try and bring that to the new mayor. We're also trying to send a message to the city of Chicago of what is really going on, that this cannot keep going on. And some of you guys know, here in Chicago, we have the, top speed review in the house. So we do have the taxi union on our side, and now, and New York, when they started out, they didn't have the taxi union on their side, but now, because of that congestion tax, they're starting to get the taxi union they have the taxi union on their side. But we need to stop. As drivers, we need to unite. Whether you're driving a cab or you're driving Uber, we need to unite. He asked me if I got my hubcaps. No, I have not yet. I've been sick. I can't even drive. I got out and I drove to Taco Bell today. I mean, that's just, like a few blocks away. That's all I can drive. I'm like, my head is a little off, and I'm just not health-wise. The only thing I really can do is, he says Taco Bell is Taco Hell. The only thing I really can do is make these videos. If you've noticed, I've been hitting these videos more and more often. So, I think this is a very key thing that's happening, but we really need more to come. And as I mentioned last night in my video, when I talked with one of the founders of our Chicago Rideshare Advocates, she did say there is more in the works. We are talking a lot with New York. We're talking a lot with LA. We're trying to nail down time so we can do a collaborative thing. So we're not just doing just LA or just Chicago. We're trying to get all these major cities together. And if you are unable to join us, please, please, please go to these people, go to their groups. Gig Workers Rising is a group on the internet, on Facebook. Rideshare Drivers United is a group on Facebook. I just started a group called Gig Workers United. I just started a page on Facebook, and it's because we have Rideshare Drivers United, but I want to cover all the gig workers because DoorDash and Amazon, people are getting taken advantage of, and it really needs to be, something that is taken care of. Not only, it's nice that we have a group here in Chicago, but it is just the rideshare people, and it's just it doesn't cover gig workers. Not that we are not concerned about gig workers, but the fact that these companies just keep getting over on us and giving us canned answers is really frustrating. So no, I had to tell, for those of you that know that I'm going for biopsies, I'm going for biopsies. I thought I was supposed to go Thursday, but they reschedule it for next Thursday. So I will find out what's going on, and we'll see. All I can do is, wait and try and do my best. So I appreciate I have so many wonderful people on the pro team, the Driverladypro team, that a lot of you guys are like asking how I'm doing, and talking to me on Facebook. If you don't know, I'm Mandy Martinez, in quotations, Driverladypro, on Facebook. Please add me, and please check out the various groups. See if there's a group in your area so you can be supportive, even if you can't stand out there with us on the front lines in the trenches. Any little bit. We've had people that can't protest or can't demonstrate, but they brought waters, and they brought donuts, and they brought, what I mean? So every little bit helps. Some people are too busy. They have other things going on, and we understand. You have to feed your family, but this is, and this job isn't for everybody. So anyway, I am going to let you go, and I got another video to make. It's having to do with DoorDash. So keep an eye out for that. All right. So hustle hard, but hustle smart. And if you don't hustle smart, take your broke booty home. Driverladypro out. Hasta la vista.